Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be making an alternative milk for you today. A blend of 3 different type of nuts that I have here in this container. I have Brazil's hazelnut as well as almonds. Okay, I also have my little mesh bags here as well as a mesh strainer, my bowl, my gallon of water, as well as some dates, some vanilla, and then some Torani, also vanilla flavor. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to move this out the way, and I'm going to bring over my milk maker. Okay, so for this, I'm going to put in my water. There's a minimum and a maximum line inside of the milk maker. Just gonna mix up the different nuts so that I get a combination going in each time. I'm only going to add 1 date in. I'm going to add on the lid. Turn this on. Oops, there we go. I'll be back, guys. This is going to take 10 minutes. Okay, the first batch is done. So what I'll do is I'll pour it right into this bag and it'll strain it out for me. I love that little milk machine because it really pulverizes the ingredients in there and really make the best milk. It uses every last bit of the almonds, Brazils, and hazelnuts to do what it needs to do to make the milk. Actually does it so well that it pulverizes everything that what's actually left, the fibers that's left from the amount of mixed nuts can be dried and turned into a meal, some type of like mixed nut meal to make other things with. And I'll show you what I mean when I open up the mesh bag. I don't want to make a mess all over the place. But see that? If that is dried, that can be turned just like some type of almond meal would be, but it would be more than just an almond meal. It would be a mixed nut meal if it's dried out, because it's really, really fine. But anyway, I'll be back. Give you just a little. I put it in this red bowl so you can see how milk-like it is. Versus putting it in a white bowl where you really wouldn't be able to tell if it looked exactly like milk or close enough to an alternative milk that you buy in the store. I think my shadow is a little bit in the way. I'll try to get a little bit more lighting so you guys can see better. I'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna start the next batch. Okay, I'll be back in 10. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the second batch. And I've decided to do an experiment. Those of you who've been with me for a while know that I love to do food experiments. So after wringing out the milk and all of the fibers that was left from the different, from the mixture of nuts, I decided to dry it out. So I want to see how that's going to look in a couple of days. And then I'll see how it look. Right now I have it hanging out on a sheet in the oven, drying out. Then I'll probably dehydrate it and see what becomes of it. I'll add this to that too. All right, I'll be back to start the third batch. Okay, for the last batch, I'm gonna leave it just a little bit under the maximum line. Pouring in the final amount of mixed nuts. And here I'm adding in my vanilla flavorings. Now, the vanilla flavorings are optional. You guys can leave that out. This is just how I prefer to have mine, because that's how I like it. And also with the Torani syrup in here, when I make like my coffee milk, I just add my coffee to it because it already has the right amount of flavor to it, and I just drink it as is. Or if I'm a little bit hungry but I don't want to eat anything, I'll pour a glass of this milk here and I'll drink that and as is, and I'm fine. I'm satisfied. So I love it this way. But if you guys don't like yours vanilla flavored, then that's fine. Add in whatever your favorite syrup is, whether it's the Torani's hazelnut or maybe it's the Skinny Jordans or the Da Vinci, whatever your favorite syrup is, you know, do you. Torani is my thing. Although I wanted to do something with banana, but Torani doesn't have a sugar-free banana flavor. So Torani, do something about that for me, okay? Make one for me. All right, so I'm going to let this go for 10 minutes, and I'll be back, and I'll show you guys what it looks like even when it's cold, because I have some that I made a couple of days ago. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so this is the final batch. Oops. Way. Set that to the side. Let's give this a little bit of a stir so that you guys can see that. All right. And just to make sure, so I have a glass there. Can see what it looks like. See that? I didn't have to add any thickeners like gar or xanthan. None of that is in here. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, now this is the gallon that I made like 2 or 3 days ago. I don't know if you can see it, but just like how cream rises to the top of some milk, that's how that is. Or it pretty much, I would say, almost like how mother's milk, breast milk does, how the fat of the milk rises to the top, and then there's basically the water at the bottom. So give it a good shake. And this works well. Oh, let me heat up some coffee. I'm gonna make a cup of coffee hot, and then I'll also make an iced coffee. Give me just a moment. Okay, so I heated up some coffee. You guys can see how hot it is. Let me get some ice out of the ice machine here. So I have my ice. Let me back that up some so you all can see it better. do that'll be enough, because I don't want to overdo my amount of coffee for the day. Okay, let me give this another good shake. Oh, forgot my spoon. A moment. Okay. So I'll add in my milk. And give this a stir. It's about the color that I like my coffee, so that I don't lose any heat. Just gonna put the top on that and move that over. And that's for my iced coffee. There you go. I never blend my iced coffee. I think they're beautiful like that. But I will add for my iced coffee just a small little hint more of flavoring. And there you go. So you have a cup of hot coffee, and then look there, it gives you a little bit of froth on the top. And there's no like some alternative milks, when you pour it into a hot beverage, it kind of like curdles or something like that. You don't get that with this. And then here you have a nice glass of iced coffee. Oh, that is so wonderful. Now, my favorite brand of coffee is by CDM, Cafe Du Monde. With me being a Louisiana girl, so I love that brand of coffee. It has chicory in it. So what I do with the milk, and so you're gonna, after your 3 batches, you're gonna be left with some water in the container. Now you can, what I'm gonna do is pour this water out and into this glass over here. And so basically what I'm doing, I know that that's going to be a mess. Let me just use the cup. So I'm going to get all of this in here, then I'll look at it and see if I need to add any more water, or if I'll just leave it as is. Actually, what I'll do, I'll give it, I'll probably add another cup of water and I'll taste it, because I don't want it to be watered down. And you guys know all the measurements and amounts of the ingredients will be listed in the description section. Okay, I'll be back after I'm done with this. Okay, so this is what I have. But from the other gallon of milk, it was a lot fuller, more up to about like here. So I'll add the water in because I know adding in the extra water will not make it lose the delicious flavor that I've come to enjoy with this milk here. So right about there, and I'll stop. So with that amount of milk, I know, depending on how much I put into my glass, if you're drinking anywhere from between 6 to 8 ounces of this, you can get anywhere from between 13 to 15 servings from this. If you're drinking about like 6 ounces, I know you can possibly get 15 servings out of this. If you're doing 8 ounces, which would be 225 milliliters, I believe. Don't hold me to that number. Then you'll probably get about like maybe 13 and a half servings from here. So, and I said earlier that when I'm a little bit peckish, but I don't want to eat anything because it's if it's late at night, because I don't like to eat past a certain time. And sometimes even after I have my last snack of the day, sometimes I don't go to bed on time, and so I start to feel a little bit hungry, and so I'll get a glass of milk, because in one serving of this milk here, there's 10 grams of fat, healthy fat. So that's actually good for that. So think of it as a liquid fat bomb, if you will, for your low carb and ketogenic needs. So there's that. And one more thing, let's see. I can go ahead and make one more drink from this. Oh, let me get some more ice. This one I'll give to my daughter. And I made some matcha tea here. Pour that in. Now my daughter, she like hers really sweet. So I'll add in 2. Push that back so you all can see better. Oh, I should have shook this. Making a mess, dropping stuff. Okay. There we go. So we have a nice glass. Oh, I guess I should have made the matcha. Well, no, she really doesn't like it strong. So I only use half a teaspoon instead of a full teaspoon, which would have made it darker. So, anywho, so that's gonna be for her. All right, guys. So we made one matcha drink, one iced coffee, and a cup of hot coffee. And I mentioned earlier that this is actually good. I don't know how many of you out there like fruit flavored milks, because I actually have where I made a mango flavored alternative milk by using actual mango as well as vanilla, not vanilla, mango flavorings as well. So sometimes at night when I want something fruity, I'll drink a little bit of that. Or if I don't want to eat anything at all during the day when I'm working, and I don't feel like coming in and fixing anything, but I need something that's filling and satisfying, then I'll drink the mango flavored milk. You can use it to make strawberry, blackberry, blueberry flavored milk, whatever. If you prefer that type thing, you can definitely add in your cocoa powder to make a chocolate milk as well. So, with that said, guys, stay strong, stay positive, stay focused, and as always, be blessed. Thank you for joining me today on this edition of Dishing Out Flavor Low Carb Style with Jonquel. I'll see you in the next video.